When Comic Book Man and Bo talk comics, I get rhapsodic. That means sleepy, right?
Holy fruit salad.
DC Comic Book News, Episode 80, Stairway to a Bad Hair Day.
DC News, take one.
Hey folks, how you doing? Comic Book Man here. Welcome once again to my video outhouse. It's time for
DC News.
DC News number 80, coming to you from this place. Alternate Reality, which is located at the intersection of 111th and Kedzie in beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood. Alternate Reality Orno comics are always 15% off every day for everyone. You know, after that wonderful last news we did with all the great first issue stuff that DC.
You know, I pity you on Order Day.
We still have some more Flashpoint news. We still have some more Flashpoint news, and that's primarily what this episode of DC News is going to be about. The Flashpoint fun. First up, we're going to do is Project Superman. Oh, this has more to do with a lawsuit than it does anything else. But please, Project Superman. Bo, tell me about the wonders of this
Flashpoint Project Superman 3-issue limited series written by Scott Snyder, Lowell Will Francis, and Gene Ha. Local Gene Ha. He lives in Chicago.
Hi, Gene.
It's a 3-issue limited series.
Come down to the store sometime, Gene.
Who was not raised by the Kent family and is raised in a darker universe. Now, Snyder and Francis have
Do they have any lights in the store? They forgot to pay their electric bill.
They didn't pay the bill. Snyder and Francis have been told that the events of this series will have lasting consequences to the regular DCU Superman series.
Yes,
Francis
I'm sure it will.
Well, no, Francis
He's coming out of a test tube, isn't he?
I think he still lands on Earth, but he gets found by the government, and they basically test him and take pieces of him.
Bye, Jonathan and Martha.
So, Francis doesn't know exactly what's going on with the regular DC universe and the post-Flashpoint universe, but Snyder knows, and he goes, yeah, I know exactly what's going on, which will be something we're going to do the other stuff.
My prediction for Project Superman is what DC's going to do, and this is based on innuendo and half-truth and a lot out of my butt, but if Warner's loses and the Seagulls wind up with the rights to Superman, I think DC has the rights to do a Superman comic, but you can't do
Clark
Kent and Krypton and all that other stuff. So how do you do Superman? What is the most translatable character in the comic book universe? Not just DC, but in the comic book universe to Superman. Captain America. You build this guy in a lab, it's a one-time only thing, he comes out, and he's Captain America with Superman's powers, or sort of his superpowers. And you put him in charge of the Justice League the same way Cap is in charge of the Avengers. There you go. So there you go. That's my prediction. Could be totally wrong, but that's my prediction just based on where we're at today.
He'll be much younger.
And it'll be a much younger one, too. Of course, he won't be frozen in ice, but, you know, you can't have everything. You can't have everything.
Frozen in carbonate.
Hopefully Luthor will go red, though, and be the Red Skull. Or the Red Luthor.
Red Luthor.
Red Lex. Red Lex!
Very embarrassed.
Also in Flashpoint, there is another person besides Bart and Barry Allen
who know the world is different. That person was seen in issue number 1. Now they don't.
Which tells you nothing, because if you've read issue number 1, almost every hero in the Flashpoint universe shows up in there for the pre-Justice League meeting.
But is there a character that you see just sort of standing off to the side, going like this?
Yeah, Access from the DC Marvel.
It's Access. Access is in Flashpoint.
I don't know. Who are you talking about?
Well, Jeff Johns won't reveal it, but Now, when somebody asked Jeff Johns about the whole Wonder Woman continuity, time-related issues, and whether it has anything to do with Flashpoint, he didn't want to answer the question, which sort of suggested the whole JMS plan was actually a precursor and setting up Flashpoint from point 1.
Yeah. You talked about Gene Ha a few minutes ago. Gene Ha now has
Gene Ha is a DC exclusive now. Gene Ha,
which we could have told you at the top, but he doesn't put these things in any sort of order.
Well,
so.
This was about something else to the Gene Ha thing.
Oh.
But Gene Ha signed.
We have another story coming up, a Superman story, which we also could have done following the last one. But why have them in order?
Gene Ha signed a DC exclusive around C2E2, but no one at DC has ever bothered to announce it. So it sort of got revealed because somebody went up to Gene and said, "Gene, you got an exclusive?" He goes, "Well, yes, I do. I signed a DC exclusive 4 months ago," and they haven't made it a big announcement. Now, he and Bill Willingham were going to do a series called Backroads, but that book will not be seen due to a disagreement between Willingham and the proposed publisher, and so...
What, DC?
I think it was supposed to be Image or some other company, but it wasn't them. So Gene Haas is supposedly working on a big summer project, and he's also working on something with James Robinson, who at some point will no longer be writing Justice League.
Well, yeah, I hear that Jim Lee and Jeff Johns are taking over Justice
Lee and Johns are taking
with
over.
a new #1. So, yeah, I would assume that he will no longer be writing Justice League.
So you sort of wonder, what is Robinson going to do?
Well,
You can write it, but nobody's going to publish it.
Yeah, he'll be writing it in his house.
well, from what I've been reading on Facebook and on the internet, Jim Robinson is being treated like the bald-headed stepchild of the Justice League, and apparently people would like to show him the door fast, at least as far as the internet goes. I don't know about DC.
But Robinson's got to get. Robinson also works as a screenwriter, so if there's nothing in the DC universe for him to do, he can just go back to working in Hollywood. So, Doctor Who, you can work on Doctor Who.
You write Candyland.
Yeah, you can write Candyland.
Last story we've got, we should have done after the first story, but like I said, he doesn't have these in any sort of order.
Well, they're kind of in order.
Yeah, kind of in
It's
kind
a
of in
free
order.
spirit.
Yes.
Yeah,
Go with the flow, baby.
yeah, great.
Be hip.
Beyond Superman, or Superman Beyond. Superman Beyond is a book that's coming up this August and has a very interesting art team on it. Somebody who you would never expect to be working at DC.
Tom DeFalco, Ron
Right.
Friends, and
And
Sal Buscema.
Sal Buscema.
Sal Buscema.
Sal Buscema.
Sal Buscema's like 70 years old. He's
Doesn't matter. Has he ever worked at DC before?
He gets to dress
When?
Superman.
Yeah, he worked.
When?
For a very brief moment in time when his career first started, he did some work for DC.
Bull.
I think he also worked on some of those Stan Lee.
Well, okay, maybe that's
So he
stuff.
worked on stuff like that. But
Those things, didn't John Buscema do one of those too?
John Buscema did
the
one
Just
of those
Imagine
as well.
stuff.
I
that,
think,
was
in fact,
in
I
it.
think Sal might have inked John Buscema in the issue he did.
Okay, but those are sort of special. I mean, that's not like a regular book thing.
Well, this is a one shot. I mean,
Yeah.
this isn't a regular series. It pops up in August before all hell breaks loose in the DC universe. And the book will be set in the same continuity as Batman Beyond. Now, there's a rumor out there that this would lead into a Justice League book set in the Batman Beyond universe. And remember we talked a long time ago about something called Dark?
Dark.
It was just the Dark, some teaser image, black thing that DC said.
Oh, yeah.
DC did. I've heard rumors that there's a book called Justice League Dark coming out, and so maybe the two are connected. But DeFalco, former Marvel guy. Friends, former Marvel guy. Sal Buscema, former Marvel guy. I mean, DeFalco's basically his career at Marvel ended when they canceled Spider-Girl for the
Friends
4
is-
billionth time.
Friends is a former Marvel guy, but Friends has also worked over at DC before. He's the guy who took over the art on Superman after John Byrne left. Ron Friends was the artist just before they did, and even through the whole Superman going off into space, Superman in Exile thing
Yeah,
that
Friends has
they
been
did because he killed the Phantom Zone criminals. Friends was drawing the Superman stuff then, so it's not like Friends has never been at DC
Yeah, he's
before.
been- I mean-
he's done a lot of work at DC.
Friends, yeah, he's popped up all over the place. I mean, Friends is the kind of guy. His art style's not really amazing. It's not really spectacular, but it's steady.
His art style is very solid. I've always liked Ron Friends' stuff. It's clean, it's solid,
stool.
it's crisp. He's
It's
the
like
type of art I
you have
like.
solid stools. You know, there's stool softener that they make. Stop that.
Thank you, Bo.
Okay.
You won't snap anything off while you're trying to.
What the hell are you talking about? And that's it. We're done. We're finished. We're out of here. We've got no more DC news.
And now the moment to
But you can go to the store's website where I'm going to put up a very special page for Bo where you can talk about stool softeners. So all of you can go and read it.
JR, how's your stool?
And of course, my stool is just fine. Thank
You're
you very
sitting
much.
on it.
And where's the store's website at? Sarah knows.
www.morealternatereality.com. It's #1 with computer illiterates.
Stop off at the store's website and check out all of Bo's news on DC Comics. And until next time, this is Comic Book Man
This is Bo.
saying...
Let's Flashpoint, baby.
Bye.
The Video Outhouse is brought to you by some of the finest people willing to work for free. This is a list of some of them.